Probably just like me. You've asked yourself why some men are just doing better being single. No relationship, no drama. They're not lucky. They're not playing it cool. And they're definitely not sitting around hoping someone chooses them. They made a decision most men are too afraid to make. They stopped chasing and started building. Now, let me share with you 5 reasons, in my opinion, why high-value men don't chase, and probably you should do the same. 1. They understand that chasing is a position of weakness. Chasing looks romantic in movies. In reality, it's desperation dressed up as effort. When a man chases, he's saying one thing without words. You are the prize. I'm trying to earn you. High-value men reject that frame entirely. They don't ignore women out of ego. They simply refuse to place anyone above their own purpose. Because the moment you make someone else the center of your world, you lose control of your own life. They don't run after attention. They don't beg for validation. They don't perform. They build a life so solid that attention comes to them naturally. 2. They build before they bond. Most men try to fix loneliness with relationships. High-value men fix themselves first. They understand something brutal. A relationship doesn't upgrade a weak man. It exposes him. If you lack discipline, it shows. If you lack purpose, it shows. If you lack direction, it shows loud and ugly. So instead of rushing into something just to feel wanted, they go silent. They train. They work. They fail. They rebuild. They become dangerous in skill, calm in chaos, and grounded in identity. Because when a man builds himself first, he doesn't enter relationships to be completed. He enters them already whole. 3. They value freedom more than temporary attention. Attention is cheap. You can get it by texting first, by overgiving, by constantly being available. But freedom? Freedom is rare. High-value men protect their time like it's sacred, because it is. They don't sacrifice their mission for a moment of validation. They don't drop everything just to prove interest. They know that every yes to distraction is a no to their future. So while others are glued to their phones, chasing replies, they're building empires in silence. And that silence, that discipline, that focus, it becomes magnetic. 4. They don't fear being alone. Most men stay in bad situations because they fear loneliness. High-value men master it. They sit with it. They face it. They grow through it. Because solitude is where clarity is built. Just you and the truth. And the truth is this: if you can't stand being alone, you'll accept anything just to avoid it. That's how men settle. That's how standards drop. That's how respect disappears. But a man who is comfortable alone, he becomes selective. Not desperate, not needy. Selective. 5. They become the standard, not the seeker. There's a shift that happens when a man builds himself long enough. He stops asking, "Do they like me?" and starts asking, "Do they meet my standard?" That's power. That's control. That's what happens when your life is built, not borrowed. You don't need to impress. You don't need to prove. You don't need to chase. Because your presence already speaks. Your discipline speaks. Your results speak. Your silence speaks louder than words ever could. Final truth. High-value men don't chase because they don't need to. They're too busy becoming, too focused on mastery, too committed to growth, too locked in on building a life that doesn't require validation from anyone. And here's the part most people won't say. When you stop chasing, you don't lose opportunities. You filter out the wrong ones.